How's your energy level today? I don't know if it's like me, but this week I've been running on low energy quite a few days, and somehow, every so often, it felt like I had nothing else to give. Now, it's interesting because in the last couple of weeks, I've been debating and reflecting on the idea of managing energy instead of managing time. And the reason for that is that as much as we feel that we have a limited number of minutes and hours in a week, in a day, we also have a limited quantity of energy to do everything that we have to do. We tend to have an unlimited quantity of energy for things we love to do. But when we have to do some stuff, then it is a bit different. Now, keep in mind that I'm a teacher. I'm ending the semester. It's almost over, and I'm just looking at all the things I need to finish, final marks, and everything will work well. Now, on this, what can you learn from this? Well, I've learned that teaching is amazing. I love being with my students. I love to explore with them, do learning. But at the same time, it takes energy. And I realized that mostly at the end of a semester, because I'm coming close to the summer, but I'm running low in energy for all the different things I've done so far. And I realized that because as we are getting to the end of the week, I realized that today I didn't feel like cooking, so I ordered food out. Tomorrow, we'll see. If I don't have energy, I will not feel like cooking, and I will eat the food from a restaurant. The issue with that, though, is it may not always be the best food. Second, it just shows that sometimes you give all the energy for work during the day, and you have less to take care of a few things. Yeah, the reason why I'm not going to cook is to be able to have energy for my family. So on this, we always have to do some trade-offs. Because if you don't do trade-offs with your energy, if you don't plan better to make sure that you put the energy where things are needed, where energy is needed, where focus is needed, then your loved ones may not get the best of you. And that's something that we need to always pay attention. So on here are a few things we need to look for today. I have 3 ideas for you to be better at managing your energy so that you have more energy for your loved ones, for things you love to do, and at the same time, it will give you more energy to do other things that you love to do. So on these are the plans. And by the way, before I get the plans, I was thinking how amazing shorts are on YouTube. If you look on my channel, I've been doing shorts for quite a while because when I don't have the energy to do a 10-minute video, all I can manage is a 30-second video, a 1-minute video. So it's interesting. So thank you, YouTube, for that. So here are 3 things to keep in mind if you want to manage your energy. So my first one is to plan for, so when you have an agenda, make sure that you put blocks of times for yourself. So here you need to plan for rest. For me, I need to plan for alone time. I'm in my car right now. It's like a cave. I feel nice. It is good for me. It's energizing for me. For others, it could be for meditation. As the summer starts, I'll be doing more activities outside. So the idea here is to do something for yourself. But that, you need to plan it into your week. Every so often you talk to people saying, oh, you need to get up at 5 a.m., you have your morning routines, you go to the gym, and then you can start your day. And I realized that the whole idea of getting up early to go to the gym or do things for yourself, do some reading, meditating, is that you're planning time for yourself to focus on what's important for you, your goals, and so on. So these are things to keep in mind. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get up at 5 a.m. to do your morning routine, but you need to set time aside for that. For in June, for example, I was always putting after work around 3:30 to 4 a 30-minute walk. The 30-minute walk outside give me a chance to enjoy nature. It was good for my health, but also it was giving me alone time so that I could be there for others in the evenings. So you say, well, I don't have time for these things. Well, we tend not to have time because we don't schedule the time for that. Because keep in mind that if a friend calls you saying, okay, I need your help, can you come? You'll be the first one to say, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes and I'll help you. So time is available. It is just for us to figure out, okay, how can we focus our time so that we can manage our energy? So first, we need to make sure that you're there for yourself so that you can manage your energy. The second one here is to plan for things that you love. Oh yes, you need to plan for things that you love with your family, with your friends, so that you can be re-energized. So the whole idea of meeting with friends, yes, it is to have fun, is to do activities, to do all kind of things. But the idea here is to converse, to have conversations, to have good laughs, to experiment, have new experiences. For example, you go for a hike, you go and see a movie, you try a new restaurant, you go and see a play, you are listening to, you go to a conference, for example. These are all ideas that you can do to be with others, to be with friends. With family, well, some people will go to church, other people will go to see movies, will go to meet with other friends so they can do play dates sometimes, or you could just play chess. Nowadays, people go on Discord to play video games. The whole idea is to plan time so that you can be with others and then you can be there for each other. Because as you're part of a group and you give energy to the group, everybody gives energy, and at the end, overall, the overall energy of everybody is increasing. And that's the beauty of planning time for friends. Some of you says, well, I don't have friends. What can I do? Well, there's tons of things you can do. There's a lot of meetups, meetup events happening all the time. There are clubs happening in your city, some for physical activities, for intellectual, for like a book club, for example. There we go. I know that in my town here, there's a workshop for people to go and build things. People can go to the pub. There's a lot of things you can do so that you can meet people that are like-minded. They have similar ideas, so you can talk with them. I know not too far from here, on Tuesdays, there's a lot of people when they have classic cars, they all meet on Tuesday night in a parking lot not too far from here. So what happens is, if you have a classic car or just a car that you have worked on, you go there, people bring lawn chairs, they sit, they chat, and they look at each other's cars, they talk, and they share information. And just that is a great way for making friends, building the energy, building momentum so that you feel proud of what you are, but also for what you contribute to others. Because when you think of energy, you always have the idea that as an introvert, I need alone time. But as an extrovert, someone said, well, I don't need alone time. I need to be with people. But even if you are an introvert, being with people is a great way to have new ideas on what you can do. If you're an extrovert, ever so often it is very important to have you time or me time. I have a friend who's very extrovert, and what they do is they go and do yoga I think it's on Saturday morning or something like this. So they go do yoga, there's about 20 of them, and then after that they go for tea. So even though in that moment they're by themselves doing yoga, they're part of a group, and that energizes that person. That's amazing. The third part I have for us is to plan for blocks of time so you know where and when you're going to give energy for your job or your occupation. And the reason for that is, if you set time for that, you won't have to think about it. So for example, tonight I'm resting. I've been able to take care of a few things at home. Tonight I decided to go for a car ride, and I'm here at a park. The reason why I'm not worrying about work for tomorrow is that I have scheduled in my agenda that I'm going to leave home at 7:30, and I'm going to come back at the end of the day tomorrow, probably at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I have 8.5 hours set for work tomorrow. I know it's a big block, but still, this is where I'm going to invest my time to do what I have to do to work. And that's important. But the thing is, by doing that, my mind is not thinking about work because I'm going to be there tomorrow. So it allows me to appreciate the present time. And that helps me with the first two aspects, where I can find time and energy for myself, and time and energy for others as well. Because at the end of the day, if you learn how to plan your energy using time planning, the chances are that you'll be able to free up some energy for other projects you want to do. And that is the key part here. Because many of us say, oh, I don't have energy or I don't have time. But once you outline everything you do in a day and you decide, well, are these things important for me? Well, there's a chance that you'll be able to free up time and at the same time free up energy. For example, the reason why I decided to come to the park is the fact that first, a car ride was a beautiful thing. And second, going to the park got me out of the house. So just that got me excited. I went to the lake. It's close to Toronto here, and therefore there's the atmosphere is very thick because of the smoke in the air. But still, just knowing that I was going for a car ride got me excited. So I want you in the comments below to write for me, what is that one thing you're going to do tomorrow to make sure that you manage your time to find energy for everything you need to do? Things for yourself, for others, and for your occupation or your work. I want to know what you have to say, because at the end of the day, we are together here to make a better life, to be grounded so that we can be amazing every day. On this, be amazing, and I'm going to put here a link to another video. I want to make sure that you learn something new every day. I'll see you there.